So for my first practice video, I'm going to do some scales and chordal exercises in A flat major. We've been working on this for the past few classes, so I always have trouble with fingerings and kind of orienting myself where I am. So you'll see me work through that process. And then after that, my project for this semester is playing a homophonic choral score, playing several parts together. So we got this worksheet, just treble and bass clef, working on playing the parts together. So I'm going to be practicing that, getting ready for my project. So let's start with A flat major. I'm going to do my right hand just to kind of orient myself first, and do a couple scales. So just to get my fingering down. Okay. So let's do 2 octaves now with an ostinato. So. Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure I did my right fingerings that time, but just to kind of solidify that in my head, because flat scales for me, for some reason, I have a hard time comprehending. So I'm going to say my finger numbers this time as I do that same thing. Starting on 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 3. I don't remember where I stopped. Okay, starting over, let's do that one more time. Starting on 2. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time because I did that correct, and I'm going to see if I can do that correct again. So maybe take the tempo up just a little bit better. I'm going to use a metronome maybe to keep so I don't hesitate, because I noticed I hesitate on down when I use my 4 that one time. cool. I enjoyed that, and that kind of pushed me to stay in tempo and kind of keep going. So let's do chords. I'm going to do my left hand just to get kind of oriented. So 1, 6, 4, 7. So let's do whole notes, and then I'll do an ostinato up top. Okay. Okay. So let's try putting both hands together. I'll do 1 octave in the right hand and the chords in the left. So I just hit the wrong note in my chord hand. I know it's slow, but I think it needs to be slower now. So let's try that one more time just to try and get all of it right. Ready? Ready? Again. Ready? Again. Okay, so that one's hard, just like putting together both of my hands. Just because naturally you have more to think about. So, let's move on. It's been about 8 minutes, so that's pretty overtime. So let's start with parts together. I'm going to start with this first one. It looks like it's an F major, and it has 2 bass melodies and a treble melody. So that's where it starts. So there's 2 bass melodies on that same line. So since they're right next to each other, I'm gonna look at the bass line first. And I started looking at this one while she was going around in class, talking to people about projects. So I looked at it a little bit already, but I'm gonna try and perfect it today. So I'm gonna play it out of tempo first, just so I can feel where my fingers go. So that's like the very first step for me. So I can see. So that last one is. That's pretty good. Whenever I'm going down with that bottom voice, I gotta remember to put enough pressure. Not pressure, but like make sure it actually sounds along with the C there. So let's do that whole bass clef and try and get it perfect this time. Oh, start again. Okay, cool. So that sounded pretty good. So the treble line starts on A. So let's try and do that. Since it only has one, I'm gonna sight read this a little bit and then see how that goes, and then try and put them together slowly out of tempo and then back in tempo. So first we'll sight read it in tempo. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's put these three voices together out of tempo, just so we can get a feel for where each direction each finger is moving. So, A, F, so starting with that second last measure, A, F, and C. Okay, so kind of explored it a little bit, so now let's try it tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I had one wrong note in my right hand. It was the E and G to F and C. So like that chord at the end right there was not correct. So let's work on just that second to last measure going into the last tempo, just so I can get how that feels. So ready, one more time. That was right. I started to hesitate. Ready. That wasn't right. Ready. That wasn't right either. Ready. Okay. Going down on the bottom. Okay. Ready. Okay, so that helped because I went a tad bit slower. Let's do that again to solidify. Ready? Let's pick it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think I'm ready to put the whole example together. So we're almost out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and as soon as I get this perfect, I will finish and talk about how my video went. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That wasn't right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. My one finger hit another note, so now you can kind of hear the clash. So let's do it one more time. 1, 2, ready. Huh, that was kind of cool, but that was right. Cool. I'm pretty proud of that. So that's kind of the process that I go through, just getting through a line of several voices, seeing how each one progresses through the line and where my fingers have to go and what direction. So something that I've found confuses me is like if things aren't going in the same direction. So if they start going toward each other or away from each other, that's when I get most confused. So I really have to pay attention. But just being really slow like that and making sure I correct my mistakes so I don't learn bad habits, that's the best. So I think this was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.